Jason Gorber, film critic, is here. There's just something about Ellen that makes you like her. Isn't there?
She is charming. It's nice to see her back after, what, 8 years, I think it's been since she hosted?
Yeah, some of them really bomb out. Billy Crystal was great, I thought. Johnny Carson, of course, if you want to go back far enough. But I'm surprised they took that long to bring her back.
I'm the one that liked Jon Stewart, so I'm funny that way.
Well, he wasn't bad. David Letterman didn't do as well as we thought he would.
Uma Oprah, it's all good.
Yeah, okay. So as we get into the Oscars this weekend, let's do the three big categories. What do you like for Best Actor?
Best Actor, I would love to see Chiwetel Ejiofor get it, but he's not going to. I think it's going to be McConaughey's year. Hollywood has so much love and respect for him. He's put in the time, and he's absolutely going to, I think, take it, just like he did at the Golden Globes. Chiwetel Ejiofor's performance in 12 Years a Slave, I think, is the best performance of the year, but nonetheless, McConaughey's very good in Dallas Buyers Club, and I can definitely see him taking home the award.
I was wrong about him. When he first came along, I thought he was going to be a lightweight hunk.
I see performance of him in stuff like Dazed and Confused when he's just sitting back and totally chill in the Richard Linklater film, and I just thought this guy's going to be amazing. I've watched his career sort of blossom over the years, and he's absolutely nailing it. And more importantly, when you know it's a good actor when he knows how to choose roles. This is a guy that's impeccable at choosing roles these days.
All right, actress?
I would be shocked. This is sort of only nail in the coffin, as it were, of what's going on, or whatever the metaphor is. It's going to be Cate Blanchett. And
that's what everybody seems to say.
And Blue Jasmine really is an extraordinary film, and she is so extraordinary in it. It just completely, she's so radiant and so both a mix of old school Hollywood, but definitely new acting chops. I mean, she's just an incredible talent, and I can't wait to see her.
Okay, so just as an aside here, because this is a little controversy swirling around, is she going to come out with a defense if she gets to get up and make a speech for Woody Allen, who made the film?
I don't think she's going to do anything of the sort. I think she's going to thank her director, as well as she should.
Yes.
And I think that Woody Allen is a treasure in terms of directors, and that should be celebrated. And this film is an extraordinary film by an extraordinary talent, and we should just leave it at that.
And will he be there?
Or
off playing his clarinet somewhere?
He hasn't shown up at an Oscars since 2002, where he showed up as part of the 9/11 gig.
Yes.
Honestly, this is not his thing. Awards shows, he finds them kind of banal and silly. Look, the only reason I like talking about awards shows is because it gets people to see films they wouldn't otherwise see. All these things that are nominated in the Best Picture, stuff like Philomena, which people wouldn't necessarily have heard of, but because it gets an Oscar nomination, people will actually go out and see it. So for me...
And I've been told by my wife, because she saw it and I didn't, that is a film you should see.
Extraordinary film. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on the list. There's a bunch of stuff in the documentary categories that people just wouldn't see unless it gets sort of the highlight of something like the Academy Awards. Sure, the show's fun. I'll be watching it. I'm filling out my ballot. But look, it's these films that might not otherwise, within the landscape of modern Hollywood cinema, it's these little films that sort of rise to the top because of things like award shows, and the Oscars obviously being the pinnacle of all movie award shows.
All right, now on Best Film, they've extended the list of late, trying to get more films in. There's 9 of them, I guess. A few years ago, you used to get 4 or 5 or something.
So
has that helped at all for the show and for movies?
A little bit, yeah. So this was definitely the Christopher Nolan rule. Once, I guess it was Dark Knight, didn't get a Best Picture nomination. People thought it should. Now we have up to 10 based on the voting, and if the film is eligible, it actually expands the role there. And there you get a little bit sort of more populist, or sometimes a little bit more quiet films like Philomena, which probably wouldn't have made the top 5, but because it's in the 9, we actually get stuff. Stuff like Captain Phillips probably wouldn't have made it.
And that's a good film.
It's a fine film with an extraordinary performance by Tom Hanks. Again, Tom Hanks, like Cate Blanchett, is somebody that we sort of take for granted. He's not up for an Oscar this year, but his performance in the last 2 minutes of Captain Phillips is extraordinary. But films that are up for Best Picture, it's really down to 3 about which ones are going to win.
And what's it going to be?
American Hustle, Gravity, or 12 Years a Slave, and I will be shocked and upset if 12 Years a Slave does not take it. This is a truly, truly extraordinary film by a gifted filmmaker. But expect, just like the Golden Globes, my prediction is that it will split just like that, and then you're going to see Alfonso Cuarón get it for Gravity. Gravity is beautifully directed, an incredible spectacle, one of the years or decades most extraordinary films, and yet I think 12 Years a Slave is the type of film that Oscars tend to go for.
All right. Thanks for dropping by.
It's been amazing.